you need. We want to talk so people can understand who's never been in the medical field, why it's so important for people to have these stuff to live on a day-to-day basis.
All right. I have on the program what's her name? Miss Sophia. Miss Sophia, I don't remember the name of her sick because so much persons on the program, they are sick. And they have so I can't remember their sickness. But Miss Sophia, but I can tell you how them look, what go on with them. So Miss Sophia now, she's bedridden. She can't walk, none at all. She's in Clarendon. Miss Sophia one of her foot, she have blood clot. So because she have the blood clot and stuff like that, she end up I think she was having bed sore one of the time. So a sore broke out on her foot and her bones get really weak. So as the years go by, her bones get weakened and weakened and weakened. I don't remember what she was diagnosed with. But she's in the bed and she have the sore on her foot, so she have to get the sore just like twice per week. Now the taxi fare to go is like 1,500 Jamaican dollars. That is less than $20. And that is less than $20 US. So show you that if a person really send a $20, it is much for some persons who really don't have it none at all. So she have to go to the hospital, go to just at the clinic 2 times per week, and she sometimes she don't even go for the week. So the sore daddy and it one just and the whole works there. So medical is very, very important for her, and she have to wear diapers. She live with her grandparents. Her grandparents are 80 years old. Grandfather and grandmother 80 years old, and them take care of her. So it really rough on them. To find diapers and stuff for her, it really rough. So she have to know what she eats because she can't afford to get no run in her belly. And to go to get the dress like 2 times per week, sometimes they cannot afford to go and get it. She have to get I don't remember what the pill name, but she have to get some pill for the blood clot, to light out the blood clot. I don't remember what the name of it.
That's like that you have some over the counter ones that's like aspirin, but you also have some that are preferably prescribed. It depends on the condition of where the blood clot is located, and it also depends on how much, because the medication helps with the blood, it thins the blood out. There's a thing with that though. Even once she's taking that medication, if she falls or hurt herself, it's not good for her because she'll bleed out real quicker because her blood is thinner.
She can't walk, so she not gonna hurt herself because she can't walk. She the one place. She bedridden.
Okay.
So she is there now, and it really rough. So she fear medical, and the medication that she take is very expensive too. I think, I don't remember if a 2 week supply or 1 week supply, what she have to pay for $10,000. So sometimes she can't even take the pill as how she's supposed to take it. Sometimes she can't take it because she not have enough medication to take. So sometimes she have to take it one time.
Stretch it out.
Yes, and can't take it again. So you see, fear medication is really important for her. Now, like Miss Mabel medication now, sometimes she forget our pressure pill and our next pill. And sometimes it's just self-serve where them get it for free at the clinic. Sometimes they don't have it. And if they don't have it, Miss Mabel cannot live without the medication. One time, she catch a mild stroke because her medication run out, and the medication didn't the free one wasn't at the health center for what the government provide. They never have none.
Yeah.
And I am living in Mandeville. She's living in Chilani. So her pressure run up and she catch a mild stroke. Now, I have to take up my life and I have to run on the life fast. To tell the people on the live say, Miss Mabel catch a mild strokes because her medication run out. She have no pressure pill and whatever, and her pressure the way up. and persons who would have known her from a long time from the program just a start up, them send money and me have a drive going to Chilana and go get the medication so she can get the medication. So medical is very, very important, very, very important with the persons right now, and some persons cannot afford it. Some persons can't afford it. I used to have a recipient on the program by the name of Akela Green. I think she do about 9 surgeries. She do about 9 surgeries. 9 surgeries. And one of the time, I was trying to get some money because she have a surgery for, I think it was $700,000. And I was trying to accumulate up some money so that she can go to do the surgery. But then, I was trying to get the money, and she was short of, I think it was 100,000 or a little bit less than 100,000. And when she go to the hospital to do this surgery, she was admitted in the hospital, so I couldn't give her the money. But her mom come to meet me in the town. And when her mom come to meet me in the town, and her mom leave Mandeville and go to Kingston at the hospital to get this, to pay for the surgery, and to explain to them that they don't come up with all of the money and stuff, and they come up with almost the whole of it. And the hospital discharge her and send her home without the surgery. And so them can't do the surgery because she not have enough money. Yes, so she have, and the surgery was about, I think about 700,000 or something, somewhere there.
She had 600 or close to 600, and she didn't get it.
Them send her home. So she have to come home, and when she have the money, she go back for them admit her for do surgery.
Wow.
Yes, so if you're sick,
that's something that happens all the time in Jamaica.
If you're sick and you're in Jamaica and you don't have no help to pay for your medical expense, just say a prayer, read the Bible, and know say you're dead. And that is the living God Almighty sad truth. The young lady that was in Kingston, I was admitted in the hospital, and she was sending me the pictures when she was in the hospital. She was supposed to do some test. I don't remember, something with her kidney she's supposed to do. And them tell her so she have to go buy the something them for do the operation. I don't remember what their name, but me did go up at the place at town and to make sure say she never tell me no lie. And whatever, when me meet her at Kingston for end over the donation, me go at the place where the something them for buy and get the paper from her for doctor, and me make sure they pay the money that they read everything, and them say the money is not refundable. So that means say she could tell me say the money she could tell me say that she want and then take back the money because I really sick. She is sick for true. Come look on all her medical paper, and she admitted in the hospital several times to do the test. And because she never have all of this something them for carrying for them use, this is a public hospital, but you have to buy this stuff and take in for them to use. So they're gonna do the surgery for free, but you have to buy this stuff that they need, and it was 90-something thousand for the stuff that they need to use on you. You have to buy it yourself. So she never have everything. And she had me 2 times for the surgery, and they send her home back because she did not have everything. So even though them say hospital is free, if you're supposed to do something at the hospital and they said, okay, you need to go outside and buy this needle, or you're going to need to go outside and get this catheter or whatever something name, and you have to go out there go buy it. If you don't have the money to buy it, the hospital is not going to give you the surgery. So them now give the surgery and give a bill and give a payment plan if you come back and compare it. So oftentimes people will call on the program to get help. One lady, she had cancer. She had a surgery to do. I think the surgery that she had to do was $100 and something thousand. And she wanted to do the surgery. No, they would not do the surgery unless she have the money. So when I went there, I do a marathon for her. The same day I go there and do the marathon, it was the same day I get all the money for her to do the surgery. And that is how she could be able to do the surgery, because if the date come and you don't have the money to do the surgery, remember, they are going to push back the surgery to a later date to give you the time to accumulate the money. So if you don't have the money, you get no attention. You have to have the money.
I don't understand why it's like that, but that's how it is. And then I don't feel like there's much defense for the people.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's much defense for the people, because with what's her name? I think it's Chanel is the one that has that she walks on her knees.
Yes.
How is it that she's able? They just send her home and she can't really do much, and she still need a little help. Like no one has a plan for her, because isn't there does she has a wheelchair?
Yeah, she had a wheelchair, because when she go into her daughter's school, she used the wheelchair. When she go into doctor, she used the wheelchair. But that's what I'm saying to you.
Does someone travel with her?
Yes, her mom always assisted her and stuff like that.
Okay. I didn't get that part of it, but okay, it feels a little better now that to say that she has some form of assistance.
Yes, if she go to the doctor, her mom will take her and so.
Okay, good. It's still rough, man. Trust me, it's still rough, and it's good to really know that you are all able to help all these people, and plus the ones that you don't even mention.
A lot of persons, some persons go through the program, I don't even remember them. I was writing down some persons who gone through the program. Since the program starts, I reach at 53 persons, and then I stop. Some persons pass off, like last week, one of the recipients that benefited from the program, he died last week, and his funeral is not yet. And another lady, she benefited from this program, she died, I think it's 2-3 months now. And another little girl, she died as well since this year. So we have 3 persons who died, who benefited from the program since year.
But they just died from natural or almost similar situation to what they were already going through. It's not something detrimental that happened, right?
No.
Okay.
The person who died recently, the caretaker that was assisting him, she told me that I asked her what really happened. So she told me that she wake up in the morning and she go in her room and she give him breakfast, because she was trying to give him tea before she bathe him up. So she said she give him tea, and then she bathe him up, and she change him pampers, and when she change him pampers, and I go put on him shirt, him say no, I want put on his shirt in hat. And then she said him defecate, and then she clean him. And then she said to him, say, Mr. Cohen, what does I do there smell so? Smell so different from the rest I do to them. This and do them, I smell right, man. And then she said, she clean him up back, and she don't put on the marina, and him said, no, he don't want to put on the marina. He want to lay down on him belly. And she said, no, man, lay down on your back like you say at. And she said, him not stop roll over until he go up on him belly. And she said she just hear make 2 sound, and then she not hear nothing more from him. And when she asked him, what, and I check if he alright. And then she realized him dead. The next lady now who died a couple months ago, she had strokes. She had multiple strokes, and then she developed another stroke in the last half and ended up in the hospital. Now when she ended up in the hospital, now she wasn't eating anything. So she come home, and then she go back to the hospital, and then she didn't make it home. And then Shaniqua is a young girl now, young baby girl. She's 13 years old when she died. She was sick. She was sick with bowel disease. Nice little girl, everybody love her. She was sick with bowel disease. She was I don't want to talk about that one.
Okay, all right, I understand. I tell you, it's challenging. It's
Yeah.
challenging. Trust me, I understand. It's very challenging. But
Yeah,
the good thing is, when you
sometimes,
do your part, you feel comfortable, I know, inside, to know you helped and to know you had the opportunity to help.
sometimes it's when you're doing the program, when you're doing the charity program, sometimes you get attached to the persons that you're
Yeah.
helping. You get
Yes.
attached to them. So it's that they are your family.
Yes.
So it is not easy when a recipient that you're really close to, like have some recipients on the program. No, if something should happen to them, it's going to be really, 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 really hard and stressful on me because I get so close to them. I'm like Miss Gloria, Miss Mabel, and I get so close to some of the recipients. That's when, if something happened to them, me stress out. Me stress out
Yes, you
like I
feel it
mean,
like your baby.
yes,
Like your baby, you know? I
yes.
understand.
So it really in a easy. It is not easy.
But like I said, I know for a fact that once you're doing it, and you're doing it because you love it, you're doing it because you have a passion for it, there's no shortcuts. You know what I mean? And you just have to continue because you have plenty. Sometimes you have some people that need the help, and if you don't really, I know for a fact that somebody else have to come to you and say, Lady Anna, I know this lady or I know this guy that he needs some help. Come, let me bring you and show you. And then that's how you get introduced to them, or that's how you end up get to start assisting them. Because we have a thing that's called pride, and we might be going through a moment and we just think it's too much to try and say, I need help or I need assistance. And that's what, when you're doing it every day, is like you want to help. Even when it's a struggle for you too, when you have your own situations and you have other things happening in your life that is also challenging, but yet the nature to help let you can't sleep at nights.
True. Because I remember one day, I was laying down. I tell myself that I'm going to rest today. I'm going to just rest today. Me not do no work. Me not do no work. And me not do no charity. Me just want to lay down. I'm lay down and so me not go up on the road today. Me I lay down and rest myself. And I was laying down in bed. And while I was laying there, I go on my live and I was talking to my fans on live, and I said, guys, I'm staying home today. I'm resting today. And while I was there, a lady, a disabled lady, yeah, she's disabled. She's from down St. Elizabeth side. And the lady called me, and when the lady come on the phone, her exact words was, Mrs. Carnegie, mom. I'm big woman, And she said, Mrs. Carnegie, mom. Me no have no pampers and my bottom wet up. Me no have no food. This morning, last night, me eat two biscuit and me no eat nothing from morning, mom. And my pampers, me no have no pampers and me want change. And me hungry. And when she called me, I tell the man, it rake up everything in me, dig up everything in me at that time. And I was to, person was on the live, and I was to start asking the person who was on the live for assistance to get food and diapers and some other stuff. And then she said, Mrs. Carnegie, you can buy KFC if money come. A long time I no eat pizza KFC, mom. And so I had was to get up, get out of bed, get a shower, get dressed, get ready. And I was to drive all the way down to where she's living. So, it take me 3 hours to drive, go and drive, come back. Plus the time that I had to spend down there. And so sometimes you get so attached to these people when they call you. when they call you to assist them, you don't know, you can't say no. It's like you're obligated to them. It's like you're pitting them. It's like your mother. Because when they call you and know them son, and most of these persons, they are elderly persons that a lot of persons forget about. Because when you become an elderly person, in most persons' sight, you already live your life already, alright, you can't go dead. So a lot of persons put the elderly persons on the back burner and they don't really, you know, they don't really focus on the elderly person. So when them call me, when an elderly persons call me, no matter what me I do, me always have to left it, drop it, get up out of my bed, and me have to go to them assistant because they are vulnerable and you know they are not young like me who can run up and down and make ends meet. They are old and they cannot help themselves. So that's why I always tell persons that food, it always good for if me have one bird on us and me have food in it. It always good. Even if me not have no meat, because I was trying so hard for persons to donate for me to get a freezer. Because sometimes persons would want to give me chicken for the charity or stuff like that. And I don't have anywhere to put the meat. I don't have anywhere to store it.
Do you still have you got the freezers yet or no?
No, I haven't gotten the freezers yet. It would be very, very good because you see,
let's talk about that for a second. But before we do that, we didn't do this in the beginning, and I want to talk to you have a few people on your. I think your numbers went down since the phone died, and my numbers went down. But for everybody who's on the YouTube and for persons who are on the Facebook, I want you guys to do me a favor right now before we go any further. I need everyone to go. I'm going to comment on, I'm going to try to post it on Lady Anna's Facebook, and you persons who are already on the YouTube know, I want you guys to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to share the link on the comment section right now. So you guys who are on her live, all you guys got to do is just hit the subscribe button, and then you will be added on the channel, and then you could still go back on her Facebook live because you guys are able to see her then, but you'll just be subscribed to the channel as far as Real TV. And the person who are already on the YouTube, go ahead now and hit that subscribe button, please. We wanted to endorse that from earlier, but because we were caught up in the message, which is very important, we didn't want to leave that out before we go any further. And I know some of you might drop off in a bit, so please go ahead, hit that subscribe button to make sure you're on the link. And then, Lady Anna, we're going to continue on the idea of the freezer. Give me some details on that. What is happening with that? And how would that be beneficial for you to have?
Okay, how is the freezer? Getting the freezer would be very beneficial for me and the program because, for example, persons would say donated to me 4 chicken or they would give me 5 chicken. What I would do is to put the chicken in the freezer, plug it in and have it in the freezer. So I have an elderly person who called me up there. So now the person called me this evening and, you know, me not have no time to go up on live again. If you go say, me I go try get assistance to buy some food stuff for the person. But if me have the freezer now with the meat tonight, I could at least take out the meat out of the freezer, go in my kitchen, take out some rice, take out some seasoning, go into the fridge, take out one onion, and take out one something, throw some oil and one little buckle, and run, go up the road, go give her. But if me not have the freezer, me not have no meat in the freezer, so when somebody give me 5 chicken, me have to oftentimes give out the chicken to persons who not really desperately in need of it.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So, quick question: do you know any idea on a cost for a freezer?
A small freezer, the last freezer that was purchased for a recipient, I think it was $72,000 for the deep freeze.
Did you see the size of that one that was purchased?
I me buy it for the recipient. I think
okay, so you know,
so I know this size.
That size would be okay for
I wouldn't need anything bigger than that. I would need anything bigger than that because I don't have the space to put it, and it's not like say our business I run with it.
The storage.
So I wouldn't really need anything bigger than that.
mainly temporary, and that could hold enough as far as what? Just to
Right.
keep things on the go, right?
Yes, and when I have food drive, yes, some food drive like Christmas coming now. I'm going to plan a food drive for Christmas. So my elderly persons who live all in the bush and around, so young people gone a grand market. Nobody no remember about them because a grand market have a young people time. So those persons
Yes.
who are living in the bush and cross. So more than normally now have food drive and more than normally have food drive for 2 days. So the elderly persons or the less fortunate mothers who have children and cannot provide a Christmas dinner, I would take down their names, go in the communities and find those less fortunate persons and gather them together, and then I call them and say, okay, on this date, you guys gonna come and meet me here, and when they come, I would give them the meat, the food orderly as well, and the persons who are much more older and cannot come out to go take taxi and the hustling for them.
Bring it to them.
Then now, you see, yes, I normally bring it to them. So on the first day now, when I'm buying the meat, I could get all of the meat. So I could have the meat in the fridge for the next day. Instead of the next day, I have to get up, go back to join the long line, get the meat tied out, share it up, and then me have to go drive, go to Clarendon to go give some elderly persons. Me have to go drive, go all over in Manchester to go give some elderly persons. More than have them parcel out already, put in the fridge. Next morning, me get up, put them out, put them in the igloo, and just take out the food back them and just go. So me can reach home back before night, so me can come back home to my family. Because oftentimes at night me reach home because me have to have so much things to do in one day. So the fridge don't really make a lot of sense.
Yes, of course, I'm sure it would, and that would help in every aspect where you have like you said, sometimes you have people who they need stuff, but you end up have to hold and give it to who's in front of you instead of securing it for person who really need it because you don't have no way to store it. So if you don't have any way to store it, you can't take it home. Where you gonna put it?
And some people who I end up give it to, they can afford to buy. Them not really rich, and I'm grateful for it because that look extra. Is that look extra for them, but they are not so desperate as the persons who I would really want to give to.
I understand. I totally understand. It's a challenging situation, yes, and it's very difficult. But at the end of the day, once things organize in the right manner and you have the right tools, you can execute a lot from what you're doing. Yes. And all it takes is just to open like we're doing tonight, so that people can hear and know and see the actual. Because, for example, for persons who have never visited your platform or your portfolio, once they click on it, they will see different persons and many persons who have been helped. And I saw persons on there during the time of COVID, because I saw that you had masks on and people who were on your team were in their masks. So it's not just something that you're doing just yesterday. This is something that's been going on for a while. And if you go through COVID, all that challenging time, I'm sure it wasn't easy. Trust me.
Easy at all.
And I saw videos of persons, even politicians who were going out and doing things, and they end up getting in trouble. So I never traveled to Jamaica in that time because I was scared of coming down there and have to go through the system and how it was. And for you to be out there doing all that, trust me. Like I said, hats off to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So anything else you think you want to give to the people before we go tonight?
No, not really. I think I've said enough.
Okay, good. And I think you people have heard enough and you understand what is going on here. There are challenging people who needs your help, and there are persons who have situations that only with us together is how they can be assisted. And we have someone who has her group of persons who are already able to assist and go out and meet these people. Some of us are busy and we're doing our job and in variety of locations, and we can't get to these people. But Lady Anna, she can. And she already has who she's helping and a list of people who are in need I have a list here with the names of different persons and their different situations, which I will be commenting in the post when I'm finished and edit up everything. But just to give you guys a rundown in case you came on late and you didn't get to hear, we have someone by the name of Moya. She's a very strong, very hardworking young lady. She has 3 kids, and she met up on some hard times where she's currently living in a chicken coop. Having to raise 3 kids in a chicken coop could not be easy for anyone, and is a very, like I said, a strong, determined woman who she didn't turn her back on her children. And the love that she has for them, she's staying with them in a coop, getting them dressed to go to school. Their school bags are hanged up in them, and she has to make their meals and doing all that stuff. All we're trying to do is to help her to get a room, comfortable room, with a kitchen and a bathroom, a flat, so that she can move in with these children. This is not something that can be wait like until next year, until next week. It's something that's needed now. Why it's needed now? Because there's a system in Jamaica that's called the CDA, which has reached out and trying to take her children from her. You do not want to imagine going to the hospital to have 1 baby, 2 baby, 3 baby, and then someone want to come and take your children away from you just because they say you're having them in a condition that's not good. They didn't say that they're going to try to help her to put her in a situation that she can take care of her children. The solution that they think is best is to take the children from her. This lady is not someone who is just in a house or in a spot where she's just being loose. She's still working. She's still trying to go out and wash clothes. She's still trying to go out and get a bar job whenever she get a chance. She'll try to do anything she can just to maintain her children. But at this point in time, she needs help now. She needs help now to get those children out of that full coop into a room, covered and comfortable, so that she might not have any further issue with the CDA of Jamaica to take her children from her. That's one person. Other than that person, there's another person that's called Chanel. She has 2 kids as well. Her situation is that she's unable to walk, so she's crawling. She has a wheelchair that she travels in throughout when she has to go on her appointments where her mom helps her. And when she's unable to go out and she's home, she's in a small room where the stove is almost touching the bed, inches away from the bed. Can you imagine cooking and the pot turn over? Can you imagine moving, unable to walk as you used to, but just making a bad move or a bad roll, and then in that house, anything can happen. We want to help this lady to get a kitchen and a bathroom on her current facility so that she can cook out of the room and have her 2 kids living with her in a more comfortable condition. This is something that's important. How do you feel when you are in your house right now and knowing you're comfortable? This is not a lot. It doesn't take a lot to help them. Whatever you can do helps. As I said, I had to talk to Lady Anna tonight. I had to. I wanted to jump on her live last night and started the discussion, how bad it felt to hear that these people were trying to take the children from Moya. But at the end of the day, we waited until tonight. That's 2 persons. There's also a 3rd person that's called Mr. Lester. Mr. Lester's situation is that he's an older man, living in, I would consider it, I've never been there, but I've never seen the location, but I've heard that it's a very isolated location. His closest neighbor is willing and offered to give him electricity. But his problem is he don't have the wire to get the power from that person's house to his. So he's asking for donation, he's asking for assistance to get 3 rolls of wire. The 3 rolls of wire would roughly almost reach up to $90,000 because it's over $28,000 for one. But if you can't buy the 3 of them and you can't buy one, it still helps. If you can't buy one and you can donate towards buying one, it still helps. Other than those 3 persons, there are some elderly people who have different medical conditions from being bedridden. Bedridden is a point where you're in bed, you're unable to help yourself, You might have to be able to roll from one side to the other. You might not be able to get out of bed as you would used to. So what we do is that we use a thing that's called chuck. A chuck helps to separate your body from the bed. The chuck also helps to ease your situation if you make mistakes throughout the night. That means that you can still use the bed the next day just by removing the chuck, placing another one on it. Persons are in need of diapers, adult diapers, male and females. Persons are in need of food items just to be able to put a meal on the table. As it is, if you can't buy a particular item, but you can help by donating some money, it helps. If you can't donate the money, but you can donate the item, depending on where you are, we will try to still figure out a way to get the item to these people that need it. So whatever you can do to help, to make a difference in someone else's life, this is the chance. This is the time where you stop thinking about yourself or your situation, but just try to do whatever you can do to help someone else. Don't worry about it if it's only $20. Don't worry about it if it's only $10. If it's 50, if it's 100, if it's 1,000, it don't matter. Whatever you can do, if you want to remain anonymous, it's no problem. But whatever you can do, try to help someone. I'm trying to do my part, and if you can try, we all do it together. Lady Anna also needs a refrigerator, a freezer, because sometimes she gets chicken, she gets a whole bunch of different items for people, and because she doesn't have a freezer at this moment, she has to try to give out the items instead of trying to put it somewhere that it's going to go bad. So what we would try to do is if we help her to get a freezer, she can store items to give it to people who deserve it, to people who are in the locations that's not next door, or they might not be able to come for it, but she can bring it to them a few days later. Things like that. Let's try to help Lady Anna help more people. Let's try to help Lady Anna help the people she's currently helping and the people who have these situations. Anna, before you go, anything else you want to tell these people? Because I think I've pretty much detailed the list that I've got, and we're going to try to make sure that you get all the stuff you can get, and we're going to try to work with you moving forward and get an update as far as what's going on every now and again, so we can get more people on board as well.
Okay, so I just want to say thanks so much for having me tonight. It was a pleasure talking to you, being on your platform. Yes, and I want to say to the people who are watching, who are listening, little is much when God is in it. As small as a mustard seed, you can help to change somebody's mess into a message. So let us continue to spread love message as we go along our way, so that our living will not be in vain.
Thank you again. Thank you again. And like I said earlier, if no one ever told you before, you're appreciated. You're appreciated and you're loved. Sometimes people wait until it's too late in order to tell people how much they appreciate them or how much they matter. I'm telling you right now so you know.
Thank you so much.
The little negatives, it's okay. Don't worry about that. Brush that shoulder off, girl, and move on to the next day.
Thank you.
All right, and good people are still in your corner.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk again. We'll touch base, all right?
Thanks for having me.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, my lovely people. Okay, my lovely people. Thank you so much, guys, for joining my live tonight. It was a pleasure having you guys here. You guys are some bonus preps. Yes, you guys gave yourself so much in the comment section. You guys was cheering me on. And God is so good and God is so great. God send out everybody. I'll come out tonight. Me not see carry on the live all long. Big up yourself, Susan Reynolds, Marva King, Phyllis Campbell. Big up yourself, Marcia Benjamin, Francia Neil, Frederick Webb. Yes, Rosemary Richards, Janet Walker. Yes, big up yourself, Patricia. Miss Fars, big up yourself. Denise Francis, Shireen Byfield, Angela Toms, Kerry Bless, Dorothy Green, yes, Lataya, yes, Anne-Marie Grant, Valerie Swaby, Kemisha Ricketts, Karen Radney, Charlene Walker, Nadine, big up yourself. Asheen, big up yourself. Yes. Big up Claudine Francis. Big up to everybody. Some people. Delta Tamlin, big up yourself. Pauline Todd, big up yourself. Some people I never see long time. Like when you come out, when not even tell me say boy. When you come out, when you debut, when you not show, no look love more. Yes. Miss Williams, yes, Diane, yes. Akelia Green, yes. Long time I say Akelia Green to you. So matter about Millicent. So some people I not know long now. You no come out, you no hide in one little corner. Ivan Plowright. I not see Ivan McLean. Sonia, yes, Karen, Alicia, big up. Annette Francis, big up. Yeah, man. Yes. Frederick say, angle yourself well, Miguel. Yeah. Yeah, so, big up, guys. Big up on yourself. Baby Abby on board. And I'm so emotional. Big up yourself. Janet, Juliet, Tasha. Some other name I can't even call. Nick Peart. Big up. If you don't hear me not call no name, I can't pronounce it or fly past. Tammy. Yes, big up yourself. Miss Norma, big up yourself. Elaine, big up yourself. Francia Neal, big up. Ivan McLean, oh, you're there. All right. Janelle Ferran, big up. Big up on yourself, guys. It was a pleasure. Big up everybody. Everybody was upon the live. Big up on yourself tonight. It was a pleasure having you in studio tonight, guys. All my passengers on board. It was a pleasure having you guys here in studio. It was really indeed a pleasure. Me appreciate, cause, just there, I wanna go on, will have vibes, I wanna cheer me on, I wanna go on, I'm looking at the comment, me see Mr. Lester name in the comment, I know, say me did feel, I like Mr. Lester, you understand? Yeah, me did know, say I like Mr. Lester, and me did know, say, alright then, me fit talk about the nurse girl, big up yourself, Miss Nelson, Dan Miller, big up yourself, you understand? Yeah, so, there, go and cheer up on yourself, and cheer me, and put in the things them, and so on, so forth, and so forth. Teamwork makes the dream work. So, we all did this together. So, congratulations, yes, to all of you guys. I should have sent me more stars more than that. 100 stars me get for the whole show. 100 stars. When you send up some stars before no go man. Yes, thank you, Pauline. Yes. Send up some 100 stars alone, me sip on the thing. When you should have sent up some more stars. Stars, man. You should have done better more than that. Thanks so much for the person who sent the 100 stars. When you put up some more stars to me before me go. Artensa Brown, I see you. I see you, girl. Artensa Brown say, good night, sweetie. Go cuddle now with your hubby. Yes, Elaine say, proud. So proud of me. Yeah, Big up, big up, Kerry. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Guys, I want you guys to send me a lot of stars. Patricia Banton, thank you for the stars. Yeah, man. Wanna send me some stars, man. Big me up, and I want all of my fans over on YouTube. Remember that, guys, you can send me super chat on YouTube. Yes, send me super chat on YouTube. And watch out all of the ads, guys. Shirley, thank you so much for the stars. Yes, Annette Pierre, thank you so much. Andreen Garden, thank you. Watch out all of the. Thank you, Black Stock for the stars. Artensa Brown, thank you for the stars. Wanna show some love, man. Yes. So nice. So guys, when you watch the video, when you're watching the video on YouTube, please, I'm asking you guys to watch out the ads. And all my persons on Facebook, come over to my YouTube channel and follow me on YouTube at The Carnegie's Vlog. The Carnegie's Vlog, that's my page on YouTube. So all my Facebook fans, come over to YouTube and follow me on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell so whenever I go live, you will get notified. Ring the bell and then select all. So come over onto YouTube, guys, and watch out all of the ads. Nobody skip out the ads. Nobody wait till them the 3 seconds to skip the ad, they just skip it for me. Watch out the ads and support me and give me a lot of strength. Thank you so much, Genevieve. Thank you so much. Yes, so it was really a pleasure, guys, to have you guys here. I'm so happy to have you guys here. You guys are really some great cheerleaders, you know, right? You guys are really some great cheerleaders. Joy Walker, good night to you. I ever see that name before? I don't remember if Joy Walker work. I don't remember if I saw that name before. But you guys are great. First Lady Chambers, good night. So guys, I'm going to love you guys now. And I'm going to leave you guys now. But before I go, I just want to say to somebody tonight, let peace and love abide. And let us continue to spread love message as we go along our way, so that our living will not be in vain. Walk good until next time.